Well, greetings. It's been a little while, family. It's a special day today. It is the Mayan calendar day out of time. So that is the day in between years, in between cycles. And on that day, time is art. So just wanted to tune in with my morning cup of tea and share a little bit of my art with you. Talk a little bit about this new energy coming in, the energy that has been going out, and just share some good love this morning, and hoping that you will go out into this day and celebrate the joy of being alive, of being able to express yourself, your body, your consciousness in all the different ways that are possible. Art, music, dance. Just bring that energy forth. Allow yourself to feel good being human today. You know, a lot of us, we've been working through a lot of the global madness, and sometimes too in our personal lives. We've been all called to go within. We've been all asked to dig deep, to look at what's important to us, to see where we do want to spend our attention, what is calling us, and to transform our lives in the way that we can have a better world, beginning in our own. So it's a good day to ponder that, sit back, to remember all the beautiful things, the things that you love, that make you smile. And one of them for me has been writing poetry. And I wrote this actually a long time ago, but it feels applicable today more than ever, and it's called The New World. Already my body whimpers in its new vibration, ever reaching into the place it longs to see with eyes. Though to my form it is becoming less a stranger in this field of wildflowers and butterfly dancers. Come and peer with me, O secret child companion. Look into the slits that have only now become visible to some. Can you sense the excitement in the trees? The effervescence of the bees? We speak of it, and now it has come to be. More and more each day, it seems. No longer is it just a tale of excitement and wonder, but light is starting to shine from this eternal realm. Through my fingertips and gaze. When I look at you, will it be like a window back and forth? Can you see it now too? We are done believing, hoping, dreaming. No need. No need. This wonderland has opened its doors, and the path is being trod with light steps, with feelings of amaze and homecoming. Will you stay there in the other any longer? The children wait to see us take the steps into the new. They want us to come too. There is no reason any longer to repeat what has long been repeated as the way. It is a new day, a new world. One by one we enter in, family, heart, and song, running through the cities of earth in night robes and ringing bells. The time is now. No more is it the waiting. Good morning to my son. I'm doing a video. You want to say hello? Talking about the day out of time today. Today is the day out of time. It's in between the Mayan calendar. The Mayan calendar ended yesterday, and then it starts tomorrow, and today they put a spacer in there just for celebration. Did you know that? So we're actually going to go celebrate today in art and dance and music and some laughter. And so I just wanted to jump on here and share with the people. How did you sleep?
I slept well.
And long. He slept long. We had lots of play last night too. Huh? Is there anything you'd like to share? About on this day out of time, I just shared a poem. Just share your presence. Thanks for jumping in. Just kind of clear that old screen, right? Bring that in between. Wipe that world away. So I'm sitting inside. There's a little waterfall just out behind me, and it causes me to think of the sea, actually. And so maybe we'll do a little water meditation for a moment, just to tune into that deep well of emotion and feeling that does want to be accessed in a new, brilliant way. So maybe you can take a moment here with me to just anchor into your feet. Feel yourself touching the ground. Notice your bones, your structure. And then just take a deep breath into your pelvis. This is where the water element rests and is activated in the second chakra region in the old form. So we are preparing to become more fluid fields of consciousness, okay? But first there is a level of mastery, of recognition of what the body has been able to do and what it can do and how it can work with the elements before we are able to fully collapse them into the fluid fields. And who knows, more and more that might just happen automatically without all of the knowing. But for now, just become aware of the water element in your body, the fluids, the blood, plasma, all of the fluidity in your being. You swallow, feel your own saliva. Tune into where the tear ducts are, where you can access the fluids, the saline, washing fluids, your own windshield wipers of the mind and the heart. And reach in for that deep pool of the heart space, where in swims many emotions. Maybe old emotions, maybe new, unaddressed, some are floating there, well taken care of. Just notice what's floating around in the pool of your heart. And then get a sense for a moment, maybe even rock your body side to side. How are you doing on your ability to be fluid in your form? So sometimes when we're unwilling to be fluid, we feel a sense of stiffness in the body. So just notice how easy it is for you to move back and forth, and if it feels a little stiffer, maybe today you take some time and move your body and breathe in, get everything feeling flexible and pliant and open. Even feel the jaw and the mouth. Feel how open and fluid that is. This is also dictating how easily it is for us to bring in the new, this blue electric storm energy of the new Mayan calendar year. I think that's the correct. I know it's blue and storm. I think it's electric. This water element, this powerful water element that has been lit up by the electric element, the kundalini, the life force. So think of this energy as alchemically changing our form through our emotional body with higher consciousness, with this zapping. In the runes you say the sawilo, the lightning bolt of change and empowerment that's coming in. And Allow yourself to feel this. Remember, electricity travels through water, so the impulses of our electromagnetic current in our body flows through the liquids. That is not just the water, so yes, of course it's important to drink water, but also through our emotional being and how comfortable we are with that. Sometimes if we're not comfortable with that, that's the same as not drinking any water ever. We're dehydrated in our emotionality. We've dried up. We've become unable to access the potency of the emotional nature. That is fluid. That is should be able to ride the waves. Okay, so sometimes we put walls up, and we learned this in the old reality, right? To put dams up, walls up. Even we did it in the physical realm, physically damming water, or damming each other. You know, that is like wanting to stop the other person's emotional charge. So as we feel this and tune into the fluidity of our beingness on this day, and just think of it like there's no charge around this day yet. We're not in blue electric storm yet. That's tomorrow. So in this day, if you're watching this video on the day of, just feel your fluidity today. Like we've moved through a big timelessness in this last white wizard, what wizard? Something wizard. It's very much about timelessness, okay? Leo King talks about that on his astro report in a lot of good detail. And also mentioned how we've just gone through a 10-day activation portal, so we're really charged up right now. But now we're kind of like feeling into the fluidity today of our form, of the potentiality that we're not yet activating until tomorrow fully. We're just playing in it. It's just like the dam just got released to us. We're in the waters, we're in the pool, we're in the river, we're in the ocean, and we're just going to play with this fluidity field today. So I challenge you to go play in it, play in the field, and feel connected to all the other fluidity fields, all the other water elementals in each other and in life, okay? And not just on the physical level, but on the physical level too. So playing in water, taking a bath, all of that, but tuning into the emotional current, which sometimes I know a lot of your empaths can feel overwhelming, but instead of feeling it in a way like it has to be a certain way, or you don't want to feel the heaviness, we're kind of moving out now of the duality complex too. We're moving into life as art. Today we really remember time as art. It's not so much about linearity and polarity as it is about the wholeness, okay? So all the textures exist. Happiness is one, lightness is one, bliss is one, you know, stabbing feeling is one, like pain is one, pleasure is one, like all the textures, dark, light, you know, but it's in a non-judgmental format. It's in a format we can just play with, okay? So as we feel the fluidity, it's like feeling like the heaviness of the ocean water as we bob, or it's like feeling the current in the ocean that pulls us. We don't necessarily judge it as good or bad. It just is, right? It is a current. It is a strong current. It is a weak current. It is still. It is a wave. It is a deep wave. It is, you know, murky in here. It is clear in here. And yes, sometimes we tend to like or admire the clarity, right? And the murkiness, we're like, ooh. But also feeling into, like, all the way into the very, like, muddiest of muddy. Like, mud baths can be really fun, right? Really yummy and nurturing. So sometimes the heavy, like, we just have to change our outlook on that. So I encourage you to get into the fluidity, the water element feeling today. And it's in preparation today to feel that charged up with a super high voltage life experience, okay? So on one level, the 5G implementation, and yesterday I saw a really big 5G tower in an apartment complex, and it kind of made me go, ah. Even though I haven't been really feeling that way about that technology, knowing that it's correlating somehow to the 5 dimension and above, and our ability to pull that in and experience it. So I want to, it's almost like that though. It's like the currents coming from the cosmos is like they are sticking like a big 5D and above tower in the middle of our consciousness, in the middle of humanity, and saying, okay, get to this level. So it's funny how in the polarity matrix that shows up as this negative polarity, which it often does. Okay, so if we look at the negative polarity, it can help us know what's going on in the positive polarity, so we can experience the wholeness that contains both. That is not, it's not a preference necessarily. We just know how to calibrate our consciousness right in the middle and alchemically transform utilizing both currents, right? We're a battery, we have both prongs. And moving into this unity field, into the next field, is like we're getting a high level charge with this blue electric storm coming in. A high level charge to upgrade our system with higher frequency experience, higher consciousness experience flowing through our veins, coming out of our mouth, and emitting through our hearts. And so our being has to know how to alchemically move this stuff, right? So tuning into your current today, noticing where you might feel blocked, because sometimes we get really, really practical or really, really logical and thinking all the things, and we neglect this artistic side of us, this musical side. And some of you don't, some of you are always on that note. But tuning in today, the collective, to this artistic frequency, this musical, dancey fluidity vibe, I think is a really awesome way to tune into this new world energy that's coming in. I'm so grateful to sit with you, to be here again. I feel like I've been on a hiatus, and I kind of have. And but I think I'll be doing this a little bit more and more. Okay? Sending you off into this a day at a time. Enjoy, and celebrate life.